And we're live. And we're live for episode 27 of Slap Happy. That's right, we're here. We're doing it. I'm doing it. I'm the man who's doing it. I'm looking good. I'm feeling good. I got this beanie on. Not sure how to wear beanies. Not sure. Never been a big beanie man. Trying to be a big beanie man. You know, I live in Melbourne. Trying to live that beanie life, as they say. But still working it out. You know, it's the beanie thing ain't for everybody. Okay, you got to understand that. It ain't for everybody. Matter of fact, the cap thing, wearing a cap, that ain't for everybody either. Still trying to figure that out. I digress. So I'm here, 27. Skipped one last week. Was a bit too hectic with stuff. So yeah, I thought I would kind of give something back to the people this week because I was a little bit off last week. So today I reached out to the Twitter community. I said, hey guys, you got any thoughts or questions that you want answered? And today I'm going to kind of go through some of that. Some interesting ones in there, no doubt. I'm going to do them at the end though. I'm going to go through my show, talk about my shit because it's my show. And then at the end, I'll kind of get to those questions and thoughts, etc., etc. Anyway, I want to say welcome, first of all, to everybody. And I want to say, man, I'm at 983, 986 or 7. I don't know. I'm in the 980s in terms of subscribers to my YouTube channel. If you're on YouTube right now, please hit subscribe. I'm so close to 1,000. Okay, I want to get there. I want to get to 1,000. It's a goal I set for myself this year. If you're on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, you're listening to the audio, I'll link below my YouTube. Click over there. Check it out. I would be super appreciative if you could go hit subscribe. Okay. Now, moving on. So last week, I went to a show, hip-hop show. I went and saw Jimmy Nice, who's a rapper. He's part of a duo called Spit Syndicate. He's part of a collective called One Day. And this guy, man, you know, it's in the name, isn't it? His name is Jimmy Nice. He is one of the nicest kind of characters, vocally, tonally, and just kind of bar artists that are going around in Australia at the moment. He's always been like that to me. He's always been, you know, that upper echelon in terms of absolute rappers. But, you know, seeing him play last week and kind of seeing his onstage persona shine through and his charisma and just the professionalism that he carries himself with, it was just it was really cool. It was really nice to see. I supported Spit Syndicate in Woy Woy, which is my hometown, probably about 6 or 7 years ago. And I got to meet the boys that night. And, you know, I feel like we've always had like a little bit of a bond since that night. I've always really admired them and looked up to them as you know, successful hip-hop artists, right? And, yeah, I got to go see Jimmy play last week. And, man, he didn't disappoint. He got Nick Loopy out at the end. He got Joyride out at the end. And the set was just it was just, you know, creme de la creme. He's just the consummate professional, an all-round professional. And man, the dude raps. He just raps his ass off. And it was good to see him play. You know, a fair few people there. Everyone was enjoying the show. It was just a good night. It was really cool. And it was cool to see real rap, you know. Like I fuck with all rap. I fuck with all things that kind of, the majority of things that class themselves as hip-hop. But it's nice just to see, you know, proper bars being put down. Yeah. Moving on from proper bars, I'm going to link this down below. So I'm going to link, obviously, Spit Syndicate's joints and Jimmy Nice's joints down below. But I'm going to link this joint down below. It's a 9-hour freestyle by a guy named Mack. You probably heard of Harry Mack. You've probably seen him around. He's a white rapper from the States. Not sure I had to mention his ethnicity, but anyway, he's I guess you do, because it's like, you know, there is still a little bit of a there's less of a stigma around it, you know, being, you know, Eminem kind of broke that mold and so many dudes after him have, but it is still I still find it very impressive when a white rapper comes out and just kind of like flexes his bars and really kind of stands up for the culture. I think it's admirable and I think it's cool. And you know, Harry Mack is one of those dudes. He's very, very humble to the culture, and you know, you can tell that he's really about it. He loves hip hop. You know, he loves hip hop, and that's always really cool to see. So Harry Mack's kind of like claim to fame, or he's like kind of, you know, main selling point is he's a freestyle rapper, which means that everything that he does on the mic is off the top of the head in the moment, right? So it's all spontaneous. He's thinking of the raps as they're coming out, right? So to celebrate reaching, I think 900,000 subscribers or 1 million subscribers or something like that on his YouTube channel, he freestyled rapped for 9 hours straight. That means he had a stream of consciousness that came out, flowed into raps for 9 hours straight, right? Now, let me put it this way. Most rappers can barely do that, me included, for 9 seconds, let alone 9 minutes, let alone 1 hour, let alone 9 fucking hours. And not only did he do it for that long, it was flawless. Like, this man is a fucking animal. Like, I can't believe how good he is. He just, the bars, the punchlines, the fucking, like, the multis. Bro, someone asked him to rhyme expialidocious, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious right at the end of it. And I was like, yeah, he's just going to say it and then say, you know, mostus or flow sick or something like that, you know? But he rhymed, he did supercalifragilisticexpialidocious and then threw off the back of it like 10 multis. Just went bap, 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 bap. And I was like, you know, this dude has practiced. He has honed this craft, and he is hands down the best freestyle rapper I've ever seen. Ever. I've seen some great freestyle rappers. I love freestyle rap. I love the art of freestyle rap. The state, the consciousness, the flow, that people, the state of consciousness that people get into when they're freestyle rapping. And man, he's the pinnacle. Harry Mack is a pinnacle. I'm going to link it below. Do yourself a favor. At least check it out a little bit. 9 hours of fucking genius. You can't believe that this man does this. It's phenomenal. It should be like, this should be some fucking global viral shit. It's that unreal. Anyway, moving on. I saw a little interview. There's a couple of crypto channels that I follow. And I saw a little interview on a guy named Crypto Stash. He has one of the crypto channels. He interviewed a guy who is the CEO of a company called NAFTA. And NAFTA are planning to be the social media place for NFTs. So it's essentially going to be like Instagram for NFTs. Now, if you don't know what NFTs are by now, look, I'm not going to go into it because I'm not the crypto guy. I'm not the NFT guy. I don't know fucking shit about it apart from what I've, you know, kind of skimmed through. So I'm not going to try to explain shit, but go look up what an NFT is. And then if you want, go look up what NAFTA project is. It's NAFTER, and it's essentially going to be like, yeah, Instagram for NFTs. So, you know, that the whole thing about NFTs and the NFT movement at the moment is about social proof, right? You know, I show you the thing that I bought that I'm like one of one owner of. I'll show you my proof of stake, and then you kind of like, you know, you big me up and go, oh, that's cool that you're that guy that owns that thing, right? Now, that's all well and good, but they're a little bit hard to kind of like present or show off, right? And that's kind of the something that Gary Vee talks about, the flexibility of the NFT movement. You know, how am I going to show off my NFTs? That's going to be the real kind of like turning point in the kink in the road or the fork in the road where it goes from like this, you know, this like subculture to like mainstream. And that's when people can figure out how to make an easy to digest platform. How to operate an easy to digest platform like Instagram and post their NFTs, right? That's going to be the real moment where the kind of tires hit the road, or the meat hits the road. The tires meet the rubber hits the rubber, something hits rubber. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to link that down below as well, NAFTA project. I think it's pretty fucking interesting. Yeah, I just think that's kind of where it's going. You know, people are buying these things because I want to show people how fucking interesting they are that they bought this meme NFT, right? So, you know, the ability for people to flex these things is going to be, you know, where it really kind of hits the nos. So yeah, NAFTA project seems pretty cool. Anyway, diving into a little bit of footy talk. So Parramatta got beaten on the weekend. They got beaten by the Eagles. And I tell you what, the Sea Eagles went from like, you know, obviously there was questions about, you know, potential bottom four, even wooden spoon. Now, I think they are second in contention as premiership hopefuls. And the reason I say that is because obviously Penrith are a long way ahead, and I don't think there's any contesting Penrith at the moment. But everybody else has shown kinks in their armor of late. And even though I like what Melbourne Storm have done, they've done a lot. I just think there's still a little bit of inconsistency there. There's still a little bit of injury concern. And I just think that a fit Tommy Turbo, playing off the back of a really well-balanced Manly Sea Eagles side at the moment, with everyone playing their role, and John Schuster kind of, you know, playing with the defensive line as he was on the weekend. I think they are they're real contenders. They're more than real contenders. I think it'll be them and Penrith in the grand final as it stands. So yeah, it was a really interesting weekend. Obviously, Reece Walsh tore it up on I think Thursday or Friday night. You had the Bronx beating Roosters in. I think it was great for the game that the Bronx got up there. They played really solidly and just kind of stood up to the Roosters. At a moment where you kind of, you thought, I think at one stage I were $9 outsiders, I think I saw, and you thought, fuck, their season's pretty much done and dusted, and, you know, it's going to be kind of misery from here on out. But yeah, no, they did well. They kind of got up over the Roosters. Yeah, getting back to Parramatta, they played solidly, but they're a little bit disappointing. I'm not gonna hide the fact that I think that Wonga Blake playing right centre. I don't want to blame Wonga Blake entirely because I don't really understand football structure and defensive technique and strategy and stuff. So I'm only a punter. I can only see from where I'm sitting and what I know. But I think from where I'm sitting and what I know, Wonga Blake just makes too many poor reads in defense. Like his decision-making is just not up to scratch. We saw that all of last year through the middle and late periods of last year. Parramatta's right edge just got shredded. You know, and some of that was Mitch Moses, some of that was Fergo, but a lot of that seemed to be Wonga Blake. And like, if anyone can tell me that I'm wrong, I would love to know, because comment down below, because I genuinely am not 100% sure. I don't want to blame Wonga Blake, but that's what it seems like. So, you know, I know Wonga Blake has a lot of potential. He's a very skilled athlete. So I'm not trying to blame Wonga Blake, but from where I'm sitting and as a Parramatta supporter, it seems like when Niokore, when Murata Niokore came into the centres, a lot of those deficiencies cleared up. Okay, now that he's gone back out, man, they let him 4 tries down that right edge. You know, it's a bit hard to be like, you know, I'm trying to look for the good here, but it's really hard because I want us to be premiership contenders this year, and I want us to be really tight in defense. And yeah, our defense let us down, our right edge let us down, and yeah, we'll see. Our attack let us down as well. I think Mitch Moses was a little bit too frantic, and I think he still needs to prove himself in those bigger games. I think he still needs to prove himself as a real genuine leader in those bigger games, because, you know, when the game's going for us, I think he's great. He's amazing, even when it's kind of in the balance. But when we're kind of up against it, you know, in that 10-minute period where we had one more player, I think he made a couple of poor, you know, choices. And we really didn't capitalize on that extra player. And I think that was a turning point in the game, because even when we were down one player, they managed to be up. They managed to score the try, which is, really frustrating. So, look, it is what it is. I think there's still a long way to go in the season. I still like Parramatta's chances, but I think Penrith are definitely looking like the favourites, and Manly have firmed, in my opinion, as the second off the ranks, second off the cab rank, second in control, second in command. I don't know how to say that, but anyway. All right, so a bit of a trading update for all the trading punters and all the people interested in the trading game out there. Also, for anyone who's watching, you may have noticed that I'm just holding this microphone and I'm switching constantly from hand to hand. It's because this microphone is actually quite heavy. And if you hold it for long enough, your arm tends to get sore. And I'm not a big fella. I'm not a strong fella. So I'm doing my best. So, let's get to a little trading update. So, trading update, still in drawdown. Still grinding it out. Still finding it tough. Still finding it really tough. But I am working my way back. I am green for the month. I have reduced my size. I've traded less setups. I've traded less tickers. I'm just really trying to stem the bleeding and trying to, flatten the equity curve so that I can start swinging upward. And I think I'm doing a good job of that at the moment. There's been a couple of little moments where I kind of, was a little bit stressed, but I think overall I am happy for this. I keep saying this, and it's the truth. Like, I'm happy to be in a grind right now. I'm grateful that the market is presenting me with an opportunity to toughen and to double down on my skills, and to kind of look for more opportunity at the same time. Like, if this kind of like, trickiness in the market at the moment hadn't come, then I would be left with some of the, flaws in my trading kind of skill set. So at the moment, it's teaching me patience. It's teaching me discipline. And, I'm happy for that, It is tough, and it's, the money is not as easy. And that does add a little bit of pressure on when I have other commitments in my life that are biting for my attention and my money at the moment. So, that does make it a little bit tricky, but I think overall I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the moment. I'm enjoying kind of what's happening, and I'm just trying to get back to, watching tape and trading what's there, scalping the fuck out of shit. Scalping the fuck out of shit. That's a quote. Write that down. For anyone who's trying to learn at home, write that down. Put it in bold on a sticky note. Scalp the fuck out of shit. Okay, I'll put that down below. I'll bold it for you. Yeah. But I'm not going to go into detail about the trading update. Maybe if someone asks questions in the Twitter thread here, I might kind of go into a bit more detail. But that's just a little bit of kind of where I'm at the moment. Anyway, I'm going to get to it now. As I said at the top of the show, I put out a question to the homies to see if anyone kind of wanted to, drop their thoughts or opinions or, this and that. And I'm going to read them out now and see what we got. I had a brief look. There's some good ones. There's some interesting ones. There's some funny ones. There's some ones that I'm going to ignore. But overall, I'm going to go through and try and answer some of these now. All right, let's get it. So I said, about to jump in the booth to shoot slap happy for the week. Does anyone have any questions they want answered or thoughts they want discussed? Hit me, okay? And as you know, I got some very good feedback. So here we go. So I don't know if this is from Sheep Capital. I don't know, Sheep, if you're pranking me here or trolling me. You said thoughts on the crypto market. Are we in stage 4? No thoughts on the crypto market. No, I do have some thoughts. So are we in stage 4? I don't actually know what that means, so I'm not going to comment on that. Thoughts on the crypto market, though, are that this is, okay, I'm just going to preface this by saying this is totally from like an outside punting, no real fucking idea what's going on, just kind of having a bit of a read and a squeeze. But my thoughts are that this future, this technology is a future. A lot of this technology is going to be heavily ingrained in our future. So, it's not going to go up in a straight line forever, but there is going to be some utility in it. Which projects that is, I'm not entirely sure. I think some of the big ones are clearly got a good business use case. But yeah, I think it's about finding coins or finding projects that have good utility and good actual business use cases, and kind of investing into them slowly. So I do have a tiny amount in some of the coins that I think are, kind of long-term hodls, as they say. So, when it crashes 30% like it did the other day, I'm not really concerned, because I put in an amount of money that if it disappeared in 15 seconds, I wouldn't blink an eye. I put in an amount of money that I'm happy to lose, and I am, this is what all smart people say. They say, start small, invest for the long term. Find good projects, start small, invest for the long term. And that's all I'm doing. So as I'm reading, I'm kind of investing a little bit here and there, and I'm just kind of diving deeper on different projects and stuff that I think is going to, play a big role in our future. So yeah, that's my thoughts. Look, volatile as fuck, but that's what we live for, right? We're all degenerates at the end of the day. So Colin Hughes says, any chance you could give us a playback on recent successful trade, or how you found it, what you saw, how you traded it? Thanks, bro. I think a really great example is Lex today, Lee Froy, I think it was. I just bought the match and scalped the fuck out of it. Like as soon as a bid stepped up, I'm not even joking, it was 0.5 seconds, I reckon I was out. Even though it looked like it could have kept going, and it did. I could have got them out maybe like 10 ticks higher. But this market at the moment is just it's hard to win. So, my strat at the moment is to see money, take money. Similarly, like, BD1 this morning, I bought that match. It got smashed straight after, and I got kind of left holding the bag. And that's going to happen. I think there's a question in here a little bit later about the match edge. Do I think it's still there? I'll get to that in a moment. But yeah, I just think all my trades at the moment are smaller size, real scalpy, and not assuming. That's it. I'm just trying to like kind of make sure I'm staying fresh by getting in front of the market every day, and trying not to do any further damage to the account. That's really my whole MO at the moment. Ricky Brown, whether you plan to work on, so he wants to know whether I plan to work on developing another area of your trading whilst things are quiet, or stick to match trading. I'm not really developing another area. I guess I tell you what, one thing I'm doing, I'm really punching in my stats every day and trying to figure out what trades are working for me, what setups are really working for me. And I think every day that I do that, I'm getting more information, more stats, just more data points on what's working. And after a week of doing that, I'm realizing that short match scalp with fresh news is by far my most profitable trade. So, that indicates a few things to me. And it's probably something I'm just going to keep working at and trying to nail, because if that's where the money's coming, then why go away from that? Why try to trade something with no catalyst, which I do every day. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a fucking, I am human. I'll trade zip and web just because, I think there's a scalp in it. But should I be? Probably not. I probably shouldn't be. So yeah, I'm trying. And in terms of developing other areas, what I'm doing is I'm just broadening my knowledge. Like, I'm reading a lot on crypto. I'm reading a lot on some of the stocks that I like, that I want to potentially invest in for the long term. I'm building up my side business kind of with this extra time while the market's not as hot. I'm just doing other things to make sure that when the market does heat up again, I'm a smarter, more in tune, better version of myself. So yeah, I'm not trying to, second guess the market. I'm not trying to second guess my edge. I still think I have an edge. I still think I have lots of edge. I just need to understand where it is and when it is, and not try to push beyond that. Just really try to be happy with sitting in my happy place. And not try and guess too much, not try and think too much. Just be happy with being. So Rupert, the Dr. Dark Horse, wants to know, when are the day trade reports / reviews coming back? So that's a good one. I wanted to stop doing that because I just needed to spend time focusing on myself. I needed to spend time doing my own reviews and my own data entry and my own study. And I just wanted to rely a bit less on, because, the thing about social media, and I'm a fucking, I'm a sucker for this. Social media, you get the attention, you get the little pings, you get the red dot, and you kind of feel good. You feel like you're doing something. You feel like you're a part of something. You're part of a community or whatever. And so that becomes addictive. And when you're posting every day, no matter, like if I post a good result, people are like, yeah, well done, Matt. If I post a bad result, people are like, oh man, don't worry about it. You'll get it tomorrow. And like, that's all great. And I love that. I love the community that I've built on Twitter. But I think I kind of rely on that a little bit too much, and I've been substituting real work and actually sticking to the process for the quick hit that is adoration, in whatever forms it is. So I just wanted to step away from that feeling, not get so caught up in posting and getting the feedback loop. But actually kind of like going deeper in myself and into the process and getting that work done inside. So that's kind of the reason why that stopped. When it comes back though, I don't actually know, because I want to make sure that I'm ready. When I come back though, I probably won't be posting weekly either. I think when I come back, it'll be like maybe a weekly roundup. Sorry, I won't be posting daily. When I come back, it'll be maybe a weekly roundup or like a monthly report, or I don't know, like I want to do something that allows people to get engaged into what I'm doing and what I'm trading and how I'm trading it. But I don't want to be doing it daily and kind of like the extra attention and the extra stuff that comes off the back of that. It's too much work, especially when, mentally you're not fit enough, which I wasn't. So hopefully soon though. Hopefully soon, Rupert. So Dave S, trading update, adjustments to your playbook and current players that are working for you. Yeah, so Dave, as I kind of mentioned before, I've sized down a fuckload. I've sized down I'm probably trading, somewhere around 25 to 30% of my usual size. A month ago, 2 months ago, I would have been trading like 15, 25,000 lots of web as an example, right? And now I'm trading like 7,500. So, yeah, I've just sized down a hell of a lot. Positions that some kind of like sub $2 stuff that I would have been 20,000 units in, I'm now down to like 10, 7.5, sometimes 5,000 units. So I've just sized down a lot. I'm keeping it really scalpy. It's all the same types of trades, like, my match scalps, my wall plays, my, buy the dip or a fade. If I think something's gapping up too much and I want to fade it. Break a news play, a Momo high on a breakout with some RVOL. Yeah, they're all the same plays. I'm just being a little bit more selective. I'm sizing down and I'm being more scalpy. I'm being happier with less, because a month ago, 2 months ago, I wouldn't have been happy with $1,000 a day. Now, if I make $200, I'm fucking stoked. Green is good. Good is great. So I'm just really trying to size down and just be happy with less, and make that work. So yeah, Zaytech Capital goes, if sell in May and go away, what is June? June is June, too soon, June. So don't get excited, people. Jordan Henderson, have you found that your match has... Oh, yeah, here we go. Have you found that your match edge has diminished? Yes. It's all you motherfuckers, ramping this shit into highs and then fucking, seeing the rug pulls. Yeah, no, I think it definitely has. Is that my fault? I don't know. Could be my fault. But you know what? So be it. Live and learn, adjust, people. There's a whole wide market out there. Plenty of setups, plenty of edges for different people. If something ain't working, go find something else. You know, simple as that. Chop a move, chop a move. But yeah, I feel like it has. It's definitely not as profitable. That's for sure. So Oscar Munro, when you sized up, how quickly did you do it? When you sized up, it took months, man. I probably did like 2,500, 3,000 lots for like 18 months, 6 to 12 months. Probably only got to 10, 15,000 after like 18 months, and then maybe 25,000 after 2 years. So, you know, that's just a bit of a rough example, but yeah, it's I would say it took me a fair while to size up because I wasn't comfortable with how I was doing stuff. Ports, how has a break away from Twitter and daily P&L posts been for you both personally and professionally? Hope all as well. Ports, thank you, G. I appreciate that. That's lovely. Do you know what? The break's been good. Not having to kind of upload every day. Not having to reply to people. Not having to, check stuff. And, I know that sounds pretty fucking self-indulgent. Like I started this and you guys started following me and now I'm just like, too much time or too much effort. And I don't want to come across as that guy. But I just knew that it wasn't serving me in the same way. Yeah, I just found that it wasn't serving me in the right way. And, I just think it was just a bit of self-care, self-preservation. I just knew that there's stuff that I needed to get right. There's stuff that I needed to be better at. And I wasn't doing that. I wasn't getting better at them. I wasn't doing it right. And it was just putting pressure on too many facets of my life. So look, I just had to take that little break. I still love the Twitter community and I still love what it's given me. And I love being a part of it. And, you guys fuck with me. Like you don't just fuck with me because I'm a trader. You fuck with me. And I really rate that and I appreciate that. So this is not a relationship that's going to go anywhere anytime soon. I still see guys all the time. I saw Alex Kell the other day, homie, out at the basketball court. I see another homie at laundry bar. And I still see people and I fucking shake their hand and we chat and, it's all love. And I want it to be that. I want it to be real. I just don't want to force it to the point where I'm like stressing myself out, So, so I'm doing that development and then, maybe they'll make a comeback at some point in time in a different form. But yeah, we'll see when it gets to it. Santo wants to know, why is the match dead? I blame you, Santo, straight up, G. Sometimes it be like that. Maddie wants to know, is your fade a 0 to 2 with the textured top? Maddie, come on, bro. Oh, man. I actually don't know. I think it might be. Speaking of, I need to get that shit redone. So thank you for the reminder, Maddie. Appreciate you, G. Mick Trader, give us a lesson in match trading, Sav style. It's just a big fat fail at the moment, so there's nothing to see here. This gentleman wants to know, how much does one need to start trading? Oh, entirely depends. I'd say minimum 5K. Probably between 5 and 10, I think would be okay. Do you use Arvol, Greener? Yes. I do use Arvol. Not heaps. I'm probably trading too quickly. I'm scalping shit too quickly for Arvol to really mean too much. Because Arvol, I think, becomes a little bit more relevant later in the day when things are like kind of breaking a certain level. I think Arvol to me indicates that this is a real breakout. That's the way that I kind of like to use it. So if something is breaking above like breaking out of a range or breaking through resistance and there's no news, I look at Arvol and I see like the weekly average and monthly average and stuff like that. And if it's well and truly above those, it kind of indicates to me that this has legs. If the Arvol's low, then I'm probably not trading it. But with that said, I'm not a professional in terms of, I'm not an expert in Arvol. Let's put it that way. I don't use it that much. Yeah. Um, Bryce retired. Alpha Zero Capital wants to know, Bryce retired. I don't know. I don't think so. The big dog probably still floating around out there doing cool shit because that's what he does. You know? B. Rice, the homie. And finally, we're going to finish up on this one. Invas Global. Funny buggers. Funny, bloody funny. They go, why are you with FP? And people are absolutely loving this comment at the moment. And to be fair, so am I. It's pretty fucking funny. I love it when pages get like a bit of personality about them. It's not all sell, sell, sell. Now, these guys are smart, right? They figured out that, you know, it's probably taken them a little while, but they figured out that community, communication, and value is the real key to pushing something forward. Now, because they've shown like a little bit of humor, a little bit of personality, now they'll be able to, you know, create engagement on a whole new level, in my opinion. Because they've already, like, I never really considered going to Invas. Or maybe I did kind of consider going to Invas a few times over the last couple of years. But now, after seeing this, I've gone, okay, maybe I really need to consider going to Invas. Because to be able to do this, you prove that your business has a human element, all right? And when you prove that, it makes it a lot easier to connect with people, you know? So I applaud Invas on the comment. I don't have an answer at this stage. It's yeah, but you've got me thinking. So well done, Invast, and whoever runs a Twitter page there. Maybe I'll DM you or you DM me and we can have a little chat. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you so much to everybody who dropped their Twitter thoughts. I'm probably going to do that maybe every week or every second week from now on. Or like try to do it a little bit more. Try to engage with you guys a little bit more. I'm not posting as regularly, so I guess this is something that I can do just to stay engaged and stay active in the community and let you guys know that I'm still here, still doing this, and still, you know, do you know what? I'm frothing on the grind. I am in the middle of a drawdown. I'm in the middle of changed market conditions. And like everybody else, I'm it's either like adapt and learn or the opposite, which is to not learn and not adapt, you know? But yeah, that'll be it from me. Thanks for tuning in to Slap Happy, episode 27. I really appreciate you guys. Go subscribe on YouTube. Drop me a comment on podcasts, Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Let me know what you thought of the show and what you liked and what you didn't like. And, you know, maybe going forward we can make some amendments. But yeah, appreciate all the thoughts. Appreciate all the time, comments, concerns. And I'll see you all next week on Slap Happy. Let's get it.